Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into Alan Wake's story so far, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Without further ado, let's go. Big time best-selling author Alan Wake has got a severe case of writer's block, 2 years worth. Therefore, he and his wife Alice go on holiday to a town called Bright Falls in an attempt to end that writer's block. When they enter the cabin, Alan spots a typewriter Alice had arranged to be put in there. Upon her mention of it being thanks to Dr. Hartman, a well-known psychiatrist in Bright Falls and someone she got to agree to help him with his creative issues without his consent, he shouts at her before storming out. Suddenly we hear Alice scream at the top of her lungs, so Alan rushes back to investigate, only to see his wife seemingly drowning in Cauldron Lake. Alan dives in after her before blacking out. A week later, he awakens from a car crash with no memory of it. Alan locates a gas station and makes his way there. On his way there, he gets attacked by some shadow people who he was able to outrun. A mysterious figure gives Alan a manuscript entitled Departure by Alan Wake. However, the man himself had no recollection of writing this book. It appeared as though what was written was coming true. Anyway, he makes it to the gas station to make a phone call, finding more pages of the manuscript on the way. After calling the police, he mentions Alice's disappearance at the cabin by the lake. But Sheriff Sarah Breaker breaks the news to him that there is no cabin. The island he claimed the cabin was situated on hasn't existed for decades due to a volcanic eruption. Following his visit to the police station, Alan gets a call from someone claiming to have kidnapped Alice. The kidnapper tells Alan to meet him at Lover's Peak. He will trade her for the completed manuscript of Departure. The two of them meet, but the man admits that he never even had Alice, as he and Al get swooped up in a dark storm and flung into Cauldron Lake. Alan then awakens at a lodge under the care of Dr. Hartman. He explains to Alan that all of these strange going-ons are merely a figment of his imagination. That's when the dark force attacks the lodge. Alan, due to the help of his trusty friend and agent Barry, escapes with light allowing them to momentarily fend it off. As he was fleeing the scene, Alan learned that Dr. Hartman was the person who got the kidnapper to stop him from leaving the area. Thus the false kidnapping. Alan and Barry find out that the mysterious dark force coming for them is called the Dark Presence and is trapped under Cauldron Lake. It's trying to use the lake's power to get free and was currently strong enough to get people to attack Alan, thus the Dark Shadow people. Hartman wants to free the Dark Presence due to his obsession with it. Alan comes to the realization that the Dark Presence was what took Alice. That's why she was dragged under the lake. Alan has a vision of himself writing Departure, and it becomes clear to him that the Dark Presence needs him to keep writing so it can get out and be set free. That's why it took Alice. It feeds off creativity. Even still, the Dark Presence keeps coming for Alan with constant near-death and terrible experiences in order to get his juices flowing. A song by the band The Old Gods of Asgard guides him on what to do next. Before he and Barry set off on that path, however, they get arrested by FBI agent Nightingale, who suddenly gets taken away by the Dark Presence, matching the manuscript of Departure, which he was reading at the time. After witnessing this horrific event, Sheriff Breaker believes the duo's stories about the Dark Presence, and so she joins them on their quest. Together, they locate a lady called Cynthia Weaver, someone very knowledgeable about the Dark Presence and knows how to stop it. She shows them a clicker. No, not from The Last of Us. It's a light switch that can supposedly defeat the Dark Presence. Alan single-handedly uses it to defeat the Dark Presence and save his beloved, getting himself stuck in the dark place where Alice was in the process. But that doesn't stop him from completing the full manuscript of Departure. And with Control confirming that the events that took place in Bright Falls are one of many AWEs, or Altered World events, perhaps we can get an inkling as to what's next for Jesse Faden through Alan Wake 2. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, comment your thoughts and subscribe for more video game story summaries from me. See ya!